You already know what it feels like. You meet a woman who actually sparks something inside you. Your conversations flow, you feel a natural rhythm building, and for a moment, you start to relax into it. But then your mind does what your mind always does. It starts spinning. It starts analyzing. It starts replaying every detail of the interaction like you are preparing for an exam that you never studied for. You overthink every word you said, every tone you used, every expression she made, every moment of silence. And slowly, without meaning to, you can feel the entire connection slipping through your fingers. You think you are being careful. You think you are being thoughtful. You think you are preventing mistakes. But what you do not see is that your overthinking is not just an internal habit. It is an energetic signal that women can feel instantly. It creates a subtle tension in your body, a mental noise behind your words, a delay in your responses, a tightness in your presence. You think you are hiding it. She feels every ounce of it, and here's the painful part. Women are not turned off because you are quiet, thoughtful, or introspective. They are turned off because overthinking shifts you out of your masculine center. Overthinking removes your presence. Overthinking disconnects you from the moment. Overthinking makes you interpret instead of experience. Overthinking makes you hesitate. Overthinking makes you self-monitor. Overthinking makes you pull your energy inward instead of radiating outward. And that one shift going inward instead of outward is the exact thing that crushes attraction at the biological level. There is a scientific reason for this. Humans are wired to detect emotional states through micro-expressions, nervous system cues, and subtle changes in voice resonance. When you overthink, your nervous system goes into cognitive overload. Your breath becomes shallow. Your face loses emotional fluidity. Your eyes lose warmth. Your voice loses depth. Your timing becomes slightly delayed. Your energy retracts back into your mind. And biologically, that signal is interpreted as uncertainty, instability, and fear. Not because you are weak, but because your brain is trying to protect you from harm that does not exist. And women feel this shift before you say a single word. A woman can sense when a man is thinking too much because she feels herself suddenly carrying the emotional weight of the connection. She feels the pressure of your self-doubt. She feels the collapse of your presence. She feels the loss of direction. She feels your anxiety even if your face is calm. She feels that you are not in your body. You are not grounded. You are not leading the moment. You are not with her. You are trapped inside your head. You might think overthinking makes you more careful. Science shows it makes you less perceptive. You think it makes you more prepared. Science shows it makes you slower. You think it makes you more accurate. Science shows it makes you emotionally colder. You think it helps you avoid mistakes. But the truth is this: overthinking signals that you are afraid of the moment instead of owning the moment. And attraction dies the moment you abandon the moment. What makes this worse is that you do not overthink because you do not care. You overthink because you care too much. You want to impress her. You want to say the right thing. You want to avoid sounding stupid. You want to be seen as capable. You want to be chosen. But here's the paradox. The moment you try to manage how you are perceived, you lose the very masculine energy that would have made you attractive in the first place. Women are drawn to men who are anchored. Men whose attention rests in their body instead of their mind. Men who are aware of themselves without micromanaging themselves. Men who feel the moment without analyzing it. Because that grounded presence signals strength. It signals emotional leadership. It signals safety. Your overthinking signals the opposite. You think you are protecting yourself. But to a woman, overthinking feels like emotional instability. And instability triggers a biological aversion response deeply wired into female psychology. Women are not consciously judging you for being anxious. They feel something in their subconscious reacting. Their nervous system pulls away before their mind understands why. This is why your conversations lose their spark. This is why you feel disconnected from the group even when you are trying to fit in. This is why women who initially liked you suddenly lose interest. It is not because you said the wrong thing. It is because the energy beneath your words, the energy women respond to the most, shifted into fear. Before we go deeper, I want you to pause and comment something right now. Not for the algorithm, for your mind. Write the sentence, "I return to my center." When you write it, you anchor a new identity into your nervous system. You remind your body that you are not meant to live trapped in your thoughts. Come back when you finish. We are about to go further. You need to understand something that no one taught you growing up. Overthinking is not a personality trait. It is a survival response. It is a mental shield built in childhood environments where perfection was safer than authenticity. Maybe you had to be careful around unpredictable parents. Maybe you learned that mistakes led to punishment. Maybe you learned that you had to be constantly alert to avoid criticism. Maybe you learned to predict emotional shifts in the people around you to stay safe. Your overthinking was not born in adulthood. It was born in childhood. Your mind became a lookout tower because you did not feel safe in your own home. And now, as a grown man, that lookout tower has turned into a prison. Women are not turned off by the real you. They are turned off by the overprotective mental armor that stands between you and your presence. Think about how you behave around people you fully trust. You are relaxed. You move slower. You speak naturally. You make eye contact easily. You breathe deeper. You laugh from your chest instead of your throat. You take up more space without even realizing it. That is the real you. That is the masculine version of you that women respond to. Not the one stuck in his head. The one inhabiting his body. Now imagine taking that same grounded energy into your interactions with women. Imagine your breath staying deep even when you feel attraction. Imagine your voice staying slow and steady. Imagine your presence settling instead of scattering. Imagine not rushing to fill silence. Imagine expressing yourself without rehearsing. Imagine letting the moment unfold instead of gripping it too tight. That is masculine presence. That is what women feel drawn to, not the words, the presence beneath the words. There is a scientific reason for this too. When you are grounded, your parasympathetic nervous system activates. Your heart rate stabilizes. Your breath deepens. Your body relaxes. Your voice resonates from your chest instead of your throat. Your micro-expressions become smoother. Your eyes become warmer. Your movements slow. Your energy expands outward instead of collapsing inward. And women feel that expansion as confidence. They feel that resonance as attraction. They feel that steadiness as safety. Presence is biological. And so is the loss of presence. When you overthink, your sympathetic nervous system activates. Your breath shortens. Your muscles tense. Your awareness shifts inward. You lose emotional attunement. You lose timing. You lose charisma. You lose polarity. The connection becomes imbalanced because you make the moment about yourself instead of being in the moment with her. Women do not want perfection. They want presence. But overthinking is the enemy of presence. You cannot be in your body and in your mind at the same time. You must choose. And most men choose the mind because the mind feels safer. But safety is not where attraction lives. Attraction lives in groundedness, aliveness, intention, direction. And that requires a man who is in himself, not lost inside the mental fog of predictions, assumptions, and fear. A woman pulls away not because she dislikes you, but because she feels you leaving yourself. She feels you freezing. She feels you abandoning your center. She feels you disconnect from your breath. She feels you pull your energy inward out of fear. And that makes her body tighten, her interest drop, her trust weaken. But here is the part you need to understand. Overthinking does not mean something is wrong with you. It means something inside you has not felt safe for a long time. You are not broken. You are ungrounded, and grounding can be rebuilt. Rebuilding grounding starts with one simple truth. You must learn to sit in discomfort instead of trying to solve it. Overthinking is a way to escape emotional discomfort. You think that analyzing the situation will give you control. You think that planning the perfect response will keep you safe. You think that predicting how she feels will prevent rejection. But all you are doing is running from yourself. Presence starts when you stop running. The next time you feel attraction, breathe slower instead of thinking faster. Let the feeling expand in your chest instead of trying to suppress it. Let silence sit for a moment instead of filling it with nervous talking. Let your eyes stay on her instead of darting around. Let your shoulders drop instead of tightening. Let your voice slow down instead of speeding up. This is how a man becomes visible. This is how a man becomes felt. This is how a man becomes attractive without saying anything different. Not by thinking more, but by being more. When you stop overthinking, you allow your masculine energy to occupy your body again. And when your masculine energy returns, women feel it instantly. They feel the groundedness. They feel the calm. They feel the direction. They feel the aliveness. They feel the emotional leadership. Because deep down, a woman does not want you to be perfect. She wants you to be present. She wants to feel that you can hold your own emotions without collapsing. She wants to feel that you can hold tension without panicking. She wants to feel that you can connect without losing yourself. She wants to feel that you do not crumble under internal pressure. She wants to feel that she does not have to carry the emotional weight of the interaction. Your presence is the gift. Your overthinking is the thief. So the next time you feel yourself slipping into your mind, remember this moment. Remember this truth. You do not need to calculate your way into attraction. You need to breathe your way into presence. You need to return to your body. You need to stand in your center. You need to trust yourself to handle the moment without over-controlling it. Overthinking is not who you are. It is who you became when you stopped trusting yourself. It is time to rebuild that trust. It is time to return to your center. It is time to stop watching yourself from the outside. It is time to step back into your life fully. And if you want more videos that teach you how to rebuild your masculine presence from the inside out, subscribe now. And write in the comments the part that hit you the hardest. Your presence begins the moment you stop abandoning yourself.